Hi, I'm Christopher Warnock of Renaissance Astrology, and today I'm going to talk about why Sun Talismans are such amazing talismans. And so basically we can break it down into two sort of broad categories and broad reasons why they're so amazing, which is first, Sun Talismans do an incredible variety of useful things, far beyond many other talismans. And then Sun Talismans are widely compatible with people's natal charts. You know, some people have a problem, but most people, the Sun is a great choice as a talisman. So you put that combination together, it's widely compatible and it does so many amazing things, and you can see why Sun Talismans are so great and such popular talismans. Now typically, people will come to me and they say they'll want a talisman. They want to do 15 different wild things. They want to do love, money, wealth, protection, blah, 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 on and on and on. That's nice as a fantasy, but the reality is that my experience with talismans is that what you're going to do is get the natural rulership or natural powers of that particular talisman. So, essentially, if you think about it, there's all sorts of different celestial factors, many different planets, and they're responsible for different things. So if you want a specific thing done, you go to that particular planet. So with the sun, though, the sun is in charge of a lot of different useful stuff, and that makes him such a great choice for talismans. So let's just talk about a little bit about the powers, the natural rulership of the sun. First of all, the sun is the king of the planets. So this is a great talisman, great energy to work with. The angel is awesome for this, for authority, for power, to get yourself promoted, to get, this is really, like I said, if you think of kingship and the qualities that go along with that, then the sun has that, times 10. So again, think about further, you think of how bright the sun is. I mean, by far the most apparent of the planets. I mean, the other planets you can see at night. Venus is pretty bright. You can even see Venus during the daytime, but nobody compares to the sun in terms of the obviousness of the sun. It's just, like I said, think of the night versus the day. So, it's interesting because of that quality. We call celebrities stars. Really, we should be calling them suns. I mean, this is one of the most essential qualities of the sun is being known, being apparent. And so the sun is a really great talisman for fame, for reputation, excellent for marketing if you want to reach more people, if you want to get your website, your podcast, your business are personally well known, if you want to have a wider marketing reach, the sun is really an excellent choice for this, perhaps the best planet or best, of any celestial factor for getting well known. So that's great. Next, wealth. Okay, kings are rich. I mean, the sun is the archetypal king, plus the sun rules gold. So the sun is also a really excellent wealth talisman. So I want to mention, we've got just a few. These are yellow agate Sun Sufi Leo talismans. And then we got one of those, and then we have two red agate. Okay, now I'm mentioning these because these have all the general sun powers and they've been optimized for wealth. So definitely check these out. Again, just a few of these great talismans, and like I said, they have all this generalized sun powers, plus these are particularly great for wealth, which obviously a lot of people are interested in. So in terms of the general qualities, like I said, you've got authority, we've got fame, we've got wealth. And then the fourth one is health. So the sun rules the heart, the brain, and the vital spirits. So incredibly key for health. If someone comes to me and says, I want a health talisman, the first thing I'm going to look at is to see where their sun's at. And if, like most people, their sun's okay, then I'll say, hey, you should definitely check out and consider getting a sun talisman for health. And also, if you're getting the sun, like I said, for promotion or fame or whatever, for wealth, and you got the health in there as an added bonus, that's really great. I mean, because without your health, what have you got? So the other thing I would say about the sun from a health standpoint is not just physical health, but also your sort of mental health. Because the sun, I mean, just think about how amazingly different you feel on a sunny day versus a cloudy day. So the sun is, like, for example, St. John's wort, widely used as a mood lifter for depression, ruled by the sun, and it makes total sense. So again, another sort of bonus is this, like I said, if you're getting the sun for wealth or fame or whatever, you got this mood boost, and really helping you raise your spirits and help fight depression. So amazing, like I said, lots of great qualities, lots of reasons to love the sun. And then the next big plus, like I said, is that it's widely compatible with natal charts. Now, I'm going to do a video. I realize I don't think I have a video on this. I said I need to do a video on prescribing talismans for natal charts. So I'm going to go into more detail in that video. You can see a link there to my page where I explain my process that I use. What I really want to emphasize with this is that there's no one right way of doing this. There's many different approaches. So, I mean, everyone's all over the place on this and has lots of ways of going about it. I'll mention my method. I don't insist, like I said, that it's the only way to go. It's not like it's going to be a disaster if you don't follow it, but this is what I found resonates with me. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, then feel free to use another method. And what I would say about that is that the talismans, like I said, if you're like, oh, no, sun is great for me, good. I mean, that's an excellent way of going about choosing the sun. So basically with my method, what I do is I take a look at essential dignity and debility. And then also adding in retrogradation and combustion. Those are two accidental dignities, so the only ones I look at. I don't look at aspects or house placement or rulership. It's not the same as predictive astrology for affliction. It's a much more narrow subset. So if the planet is dignified, so exactly it has essential dignity, then what that shows to me is that you already have a good relationship with that planet, with a celestial angel of that. So it's the talisman's likely to have a good effect for you, a strong effect for you. And you can be pretty happy with that. It's going to give you a lot of the energy, the essence of that planet. If the planet is unafflicted, you get along fine. Finest talisman is not probably as strong an effect as you're going to get from the dignified planets, but it's still fine. It's sort of like if your left arm's a little weak and you want to work it out, that would be useful to work with that. Now, if it's afflicted, what that's telling us is that it's sort of like, you had this uncle and you never quite get along with him. So like you may have some problems in the relationship with that planet. Now, what I typically say is that this may not be the best choice. And what people will tend to do is take this as seeing, oh, he's just soft pedaling it. He means it's going to be disastrous. It's apocalyptic. It's like, no, I'm literally meaning that. It might not be the best choice. So an afflicted planet in the natal chart just means that you're increasing the unpredictability of the effects. Talismans are always unpredictable. There's no way to say what exactly is going to happen for any particular person, if anything. And then you're just kind of increasing that. So a lot of people are coming to me and they don't want to risk any negative effects whatsoever. So that's what we all typically recommend that. But if you look at that planet and it's afflicted, you can go back then and do divination. You can use in your intuition or whatever. You can work with it in a low intensity way that I'll talk a little bit about. And it may end up being a great talisman for you. I had a guy bought a Jupiter talisman from me, calls me up the day, got it, and said, it's so incredible. I got this great new job. I'm so happy with it. And I said, we need to check Jupiter. Well, it's in Capricorn in fall in his natal chart. So it's afflicted, yet nevertheless, he got a really good effect from it. So don't get spooked. Don't get freaked out. But just, I said, use caution. And then, like I said, divination, or other means are a good way to work with that planet. So if you look at the sun, one of the great things about the sun is, again, the sun can't be combust because he's the one that does combustion. So that's an affliction that's not even considered. Retrogradation, sun never is retrograde. So what you're left with is, in terms of afflictions of the sun for talisman purposes, just the sun in Aquarius or the sun in Libra. So if you're a sun sign Aquarius or sun sign Libra, then like I said, that's a caution. You would want to check, with some divination or something before that. But everybody else, the sun is an excellent choice. So that's a lot of people. That's unlike Saturn, for example, often afflicted, often retrograde. Lots of people have Saturn afflictions. A much smaller number of people have sun afflictions. So what that's saying is you got this amazing talisman, all sorts of powers, and most people can use it. So as I was saying, if you have an afflicted sun, there are things you can do with it. There's some links there. The talisman is a very high intensity, concentrated interaction with that planet, with that celestial angel. You can do low intensity. So for example, if you have the Daily Planetary Practice, you can check that out. That's every day, basically just planetary day or planetary hour. The power comes from repetition. That's fine to do. Or planetary charity. It's particularly good to do planetary charity for afflicted planets in your natal chart. And again, you can check that link out for doing that. So if you're interested in getting a Renaissance Astrology talisman, if you're like, yeah, I want to buy one of these, then you can email me with your date of birth, and then I can check the talisman compatibility. So I'd be happy to do that. I just ask you to be serious about getting a talisman, and willing to do that, because it does take me some time to do that. But if you are serious, if you are interested, have me check out your chart and I can make talisman suggestions. But like I said, if you are looking for a talisman that has, like I said, a broad range of incredibly useful qualities, fame, promotion, wealth, health, as well as each sun talismans are, like I said, can be optimized, just like our agate talismans we've got here. These are optimized for wealth. Check out, you can see links to the Sun Sufi Leo Agate talismans. If it's too much after June 2023 when this video is made, they may not be available. These, typically will sell out, but check it out. You can also see all our sun talismans and then all of our currently available talismans. So like I said, I can't say how enthused I am about sun. Great talisman. Again, it's like the sun coming out on a cloudy day. That's often the effect of that sun talisman. So check them out. I'm, like I said, very enthused about these talismans, and I look forward to doing this further video about prescribing talismans for the natal chart.